What's up, guys? We're going to talk about Starlink again today. There's conflicting information on how to run it on 12 volts on social media and so on. So I thought hopefully I'll straighten out a few things for a few people and explain how it all works. Now, I live in my van full time and I'm off grid most of the time too. I'm not plugged into anything. I just rely on solar panels to charge my batteries and so on. So 12 volts is definitely the way to go. Plus, the Starlink Mini doesn't use a lot of power in the first place anyway. So I have mine mounted on my roof 95% of the time, and the cable runs right into a cigarette lighter port at the back. But just the cigarette lighter port as it stands is not enough power. Or in most vehicles, if you have a USB-C port, it's usually not enough power. Some of the newer vehicles have a higher powered, it's called a PD, uh, port to hook into, but most vehicles do not. So I'm going to get into how to boost your power, or how I boost my power to get a proper signal, and what I use when I'm off grid if I'm not plugged into the van. So let's get into it. All right, I figure we'll start on the roof since this is where my Starlink lives 95% of the time. Another question people ask is, does it always have to be pointed northwest? Do you always have to align it on the app? No, I don't. I think north is that way right now, and it's pretty well flat mounted. The mount that I have it on, it's a star gear mount. It keeps it on an 8-degree angle so water will run off it and such. I find it better than some of the other flat mounts because the previous one that I had, water just pooled on top. It didn't have anywhere for the water to drain. And then the signal seemed to get weaker. It'd show you'd have obstructions everywhere. So yeah, this is where it lives all the time, or 95% of the time. So it's running on I think it's a 12 or 15 foot PD cable. Now that's power delivery is what it stands for. You have to make sure that any cable going into your Starlink is a PD cable. It has to be capable of running 100 watts through the line. I think that's just for startup reasons because mine uses usually on average 20 watts. So yeah, I think it's just the initial startup where people have been having problems just, plugging in into their cigarette lighter, their USB-C port, and it doesn't work for them. It powers up, but it doesn't ever work. They can't get connected to the internet. Well, that's why you need the PD cable, plus you need an output of 100 watts. Now, some cables that I have, a cigarette lighter cable that I have, I think it only gives 60 watts. And the Starlink makes a noise when it's getting that. So I like to recommend 100 watts going to it because it's silent. It doesn't make a noise up here. It doesn't hum or anything. Um, Whereas with that cigarette lighter cable, it seems to make a lot of noise and hum. I'll show that to you later. But you can't hear anything from this. There's no noise whatsoever. And like I said, this is just on the star gear mount that's on magnets. It holds really well. It's got 200 pounds of force. Each magnet is 50 pounds of force. So yeah, it's never blown off. Basically the same magnets I had, I drove all the way from Arizona back to Canada this spring with this on the roof and never lost it or never got worried about it because of the holding power of this. But anyhow, we are going to unplug this and I'll take the Starlink down to show you the different power options. But I'll show you this. I bought a bunch of these. Now these go on the cable. I have it zip tied everywhere up here, and I'm not ever going to take it down. It's sort of permanently mounted up here since it spends most of its time up here. You can put this on the DC Starlink cable and it makes it waterproof. And then it's got this little part here where you can attach it to other wires. So that's what I'm going to do is get the wire out of here. I actually have to remove the star gear. It has like a locking mechanism that locks the wire and the Starlink into this mount. So I got to get the screwdriver out and do that, and I'll be right back. Here's what I mean about the way it locks in. These two screws here hold down this plastic piece, and this plastic piece fits into two tabs on the Starlink Mini. So you can't lift that up anymore to pull it out of the tabs, so it literally locks it in. Plus the cable, I don't know if you can see all the way back there, but the cable is kind of blocked off by one of the plastic pieces here, so it kind of gets locked in as well. But anyhow, let's get this off and take it down. All right, so once I pull the cable out, I use this plastic rubberized cover to put it on here, that if it does rain, it's not going to get wet or damaged or anything. And then I can just clip it to one of these cables over here. All right, so there it is, temporarily clipped to one of my solar panels cables, that if I do drive off, it won't just flap around and everything. That's my solution for the roof. Let's take this thing down and show you a couple other solutions. All right, so that 12-foot cable coming off the roof comes down here. I used a bit of duct tape to keep it in place here. And then it comes behind the hinges. There's enough room where you see it doesn't get pinched whatsoever. And then I have it running through here. This is my rear screen that pulls down. And it goes through here. And I'll pull this out just to show you. And that USB-C wire plugs into this. That the bottom USB-C port has a 100-watt output. Now, like I said, I always recommend everybody use the 100-watt output, because anything less than that, any wattage less than that, the Starlink was humming on me and making noises, so it didn't sound good for the electronics to be buzzing like that all the time. It seemed like it was a weak power signal, and so yeah, I like to recommend 100 watts of power going into this thing. All right. Let's go over and talk about some more. So one of the things that I've been using a lot when I have to put it on a tripod or take it off the roof if I'm in a treed area or there are obstructions, I really like this thing that was sent to me but from PeakDo. It's the Link Power 1, really slick unit. This thing lasts like 4 to 5 hours. When I did a test previously, it lasted just over 5 hours. So very impressed by this little thing. It integrates right into your Starlink. I'll show you that. So it basically has the tabs that go into the tabs on the Starlink. You have to remove the kickstand, and you just plug your 12 volts into the hole there, and then this just clicks right in. And that's everything. That's your power, your Starlink, and your router, or your dish and your router, all in one. I think this is such a slick unit. It even has a USB-C port that's both in and out for charging. So you can have this thing plugged in charging, say on your dashboard if you're going down the road using it in your dashboard in your motorhome or your van, RV, whatever. And if you turn the ignition on or off, it won't interrupt the power. I've heard some people saying that their Starlink reboots every time that they start up the engine or turn off the engine. Well, that's because the power is getting interrupted for that split second, so it's powering off the Starlink, and this will not do that if you have that powered to it. And I think it's really slick that it's got 3 different spots for putting on a tripod mount. Very easy to do. I like to have it up off the ground most of the time, just so it's seen a little bit more. I'm always paranoid, even when I had the Gen 2, of people running it over. So yeah, you can just run the tripod like that, aim it to wherever you want, and there you go. Sometimes I use the bigger tripod, sometimes I use the smaller tripod, but I think that's really slick all in one unit like that. I really like this PeakDo Link Power 1. All the products I'm going to put in the description below when the video is done. You can check those out. I'd appreciate it if you used any of the Amazon links that I have. I get a small percentage from those. Doesn't cost you guys anything. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing. All right, so the next thing is power stations. Any power station that has a USB-C out that's capable of delivering 100 watts, like this Blue Eddy AC 180 has, or any power station for that matter. It's just great what I use. Before I had the Link power station from PeakDo, I was using this. So you see here the USB-C port is 100 watts. So I have this little 6.5 foot mini USB-C to DC cable. It's PD, I can't stress that enough. There always has to be a PD cable for delivering the proper power to your Starlink Mini. This is a small little cable that I'll put the I'll put the Starlink Mini right on top of the power station and angle it to the correct spot and just leave it like that. Any power station will work as long as you have the USB-C output of 100 watts or more. So I'm going to demonstrate with this cigarette lighter to the Starlink cable. I'm going to plug it into this and see if it makes the noise that it did. So I just noticed on this that this has a 10 amp output on the cigarette lighter, and I think the one in my van only has 5 amp output. So this might not make it hum. It might have enough power delivery, but we're going to test it out. So I'm just going to plug this in to the Starlink. I'm just going to set it up on the ground on the kickstand. I will align it and see if it makes noise with this. Alright, so I got the Starlink aligned and it's all set up and connected. See on here it's only using like 22 to 13 watts. It fluctuates very quickly, obviously. But let's go see if it's making any noise over here. Just have it aligned on the ground properly. I'm going to put my microphone right next to it. No, it's not making a sound. So I guess having a 10 amp cigarette lighter, it'll work fine. Let's plug it into the back one to make sure I wasn't just dreaming that. And we'll plug it into my back cigarette lighter port and see if it makes noise back there. Alright, so I plugged the same cable, cigarette lighter cable that I plugged in the Blue Eddy, into the back here where I usually plug in this 100 watt cigarette lighter adapter. So we're going to go over. I already got the Starlink lined up and such. And I'm going to put my microphone right on it. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it makes this buzzing humming noise, which to me isn't enough power. So I know other people have said you only need 60 or 65 watts of power, and other people online have asked why their dish is humming all the time and how to make it stop and so on. Well, you need to upgrade your power output on something. That's why I like this cigarette lighter cable the best, with the 100 watt output, the Blue Eddy with the 100 watt output, and that Peak to Link Power is 100 watt output as well. So yeah, I always recommend 100 watts, even though on some websites or some cables that they sell says it's 60 or 65 watts, which I still don't think is enough because it makes the Starlink hum, and like I said previously, I don't think that's good for the electronics. So the same thing probably goes for your if you just have a car and your cigarette lighter at the front and your dashboard. I'm sure it's probably only giving out 5 amps as well. So it's not enough power. You have to boost your power. So get one of those cigarette lighter adapters and a small USB-C cable like I have, and you won't have an issue. You can run it in your dash, you can run it outside, you can run it pretty well anywhere. But 100 watts is the way to go, and PD cables. I hope this helped and explained a little more to people who want to run their Starlink on 12 volts, like me, because I'm off grid all the time and want to use as little battery powers as I can. So this is a perfect spot for demonstrating it, because I'm completely off grid here. There's no cell service, there's no nothing here. I'm using it for phone, I'm using it for internet, I'm using it for everything. So this was a good spot to test it out and make sure everything works properly. But yeah, that's it. If you want to see more, I have a few more Starlink Mini products coming in a couple weeks. So if you want to see those, subscribe, and you'll be reminded of when I come out with my next Starlink Mini video. Hope that helps, guys. Take care.